We learned about array and object destructuring in last couple of lectures. Now in this lecture, we are going to talk about another special operator which was introduced in ES6 and that is called as the spread operator. Basically, the spread operator allows us to extract elements from an array or properties from an object and it is denoted by three dots. Let's try to understand spread operator with a simple example. So here we have this users array, which is an array of string, and there we have three string values. So let me first go ahead and let me log this array in the console and let's save the changes. And let's go ahead and let's run. Let's compile this application by using this tsc command. And I want to compile this application in watch mode. So the application is compiled and you can see that that array has been logged. Now using spread operator, what we can do is we can extract each element of an array. Let me actually show you that. So again, I'll write a console.log statement and there again, I'm going to log users. But before this users, what I will do is I will use three dots. So this three dot is basically the spread operator. And what it will do is it will extract each element from this array into individual values. So now if I save the changes, you will see that the string values, the elements of that array has been extracted and it has been logged. So now this John, Mark and Mary, these are individual values. They are not part of this user's array. So that's what we use the spread operator for. We use spread operator to extract elements of an array. Now, what is the use case of this spread operator? So first of all, we can use spread operator for creating a shallow copy of the array. So let's say I want to create a copy of the users array. Now, if I do something like this, const copy array equals users, in that case, what will happen is this users array and this copy array, both of them will point to the same array in the heap memory. So both of them will have the same reference. So when you will make changes using the users array, those changes will also reflect in the copy array. And when you will do the changes in copy array, those changes will also reflect in the users array. Since both of them are pointing to the same memory address, both have the same reference. So anything you do using one of these identifiers that will reflect in other identifier as well. So in this way, we cannot create a shallow copy. Okay, what we want is we want to create a copy of the users array and whatever change I do in that copied array, that should not reflect in the original array. The original array should remain same. Only the changes which I want to do in copy array, it should not affect the original array. For that, we can create a shallow copy of the users array. And how can we create a shallow copy of the users array? We can simply use the spread operator like this. Now what it will do, it will extract each element of this users array as individual values, and when we wrap it within square brackets like this, those individual values will become an element of this array. So using this square bracket, we are specifying an array, and inside that we are just extracting all the elements of this users array. And when those elements will be extracted, it will become the element of this new array. So let's go ahead and let's also log the copy array. Let's save the changes. And you see the copy array has been logged. Now, if I do something, if I change something in the copy array, for example, if I say copy array dot push, if I add a new element in this copy array, let's save the changes. You see here, the new element has been added in the copied array and it has not affected the original users array. There we still have only three elements. So this is how we can create a shallow copy of an array using the spread operator. Another use case is when you want to create an array which will have elements from an existing array. So for example, let's say you want to create an array. Let's call it maybe extended users. And in this extended users, you will have some new users, maybe Ravi and Steve. Okay, and then in this extended array, you also want to have all the elements of users array. Now I cannot pass users directly like this, because in that case what will happen is the third element here, it will be an array. This users is an array. So the third element here of this extended users array will be an array. Here let me go ahead and let me explicitly specify that this extended users is going to be an array of string. Okay, so now I cannot add this users here because this users is an array. And here we are expecting that each element of this extended users should be a string. So what we will do is we will simply use spread operator here, and what it will do is it will extract all the elements of this users array, and those elements will now become the element of this new array. So apart from the three users which we have in the users array, we have also added two new users. So let's go ahead and let's log the extended users and let's see the result. And you see here we have the extended users where we have two users, Ravi and Steve, and then we have existing users from the users array. So this is another use case where we can use the spread operator. Now we can also use the spread operator on an object. And in that case, what it will do is it will extract each property of that object into individual properties. So for example, let me go ahead and let me create an object. Okay, now what I want is I want to create a new object. Let's call this object maybe employee. So here, this person John, let's say he's also an employee. So I want to create an object where I want to have all the details of this person John, and then I also want to add his employment details like his salary and his company. So here I'm going to create an object. In that object, I want all these details for this John. So here what I will do is I will use spread operator on this person object. And what it will do is it will extract each property of this person object. For example, this F name, age, gender, and its values, and it will make it a property of this outer object. And then I can also go ahead and add new properties like salary. Let's say salary is $1,200. Then company. And let's say this user works in Google. Okay, so when I'm using the spread operator on an object, it is going to extract all the properties of that object with its value. And since we have wrapped it within curly braces, those properties will now become a property of this outer object. Now, let me go ahead and let me log this employee. So you see here we have logged an object, and in that object we have this first name, gender and age property, and we also have the salary and company property. So this is how the spread operator works on objects. So I hope with these examples now you understand what is a spread operator and what is its use. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.